Hello. Hello. We are live. I'm suddenly hit with fucking narco heavy, but we're gonna keep going. Alright, so we're just gonna continue with 2.8 stuff. We've got this to do. Getting dilutes. Wait, did I miss something? Oh, where did that other quest go? Shit. Did I miss it? Fuck. Please tell me I didn't miss it. I think I missed it. No, I didn't miss it. I'm stupid. Sorry, I was freaking out. But, yeah, we'll do the Kazuha quest. We'll finish up, this one. I think the last, little fight challenge thing unlocks in like an hour, so I can go do that. And then we'll do the hangout, and we'll be done. We'll be done with 2.8. Oh shit. Alright, let's go. While we're waiting for the other challenge to unlock, let's go ahead and go say hi to Kazuha.
Make my escape.
He's just in town. Just in front of town, okay. He's on a boat, okay. Well, I don't like that I was hit with sudden narco heavy. But we'll fight it. Alright, hello.
Hey!
Is there a Kazuha here?
Hello! Do you know where Kazuha is?
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after all.
Two?
Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge crowd of Inazumans, all of them wanting to know about Kazuha. If it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention. Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain, but she just laughs it off.
That doesn't sound like a very good, like, situation for
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about
employer,
him
employee, or whatever the hell they are.
No Hitotachi.
Captain and underrank.
Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be?
You could compare it to the technique Beto used to strike down Haishin.
Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes sense. In that case, his newfound stardom is well deserved. He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryo Commission.
Yeah.
They said they had something important to discuss with him. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first.
Hayato?
Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him. Seems like they
I
really
forget who
respect
was
the guy.
in Tenryo
Just
Commission.
a little while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable.
The Shogunate probably wants to show some goodwill.
Thank you. Guess we'll go pay a visit to the
Or
Tenryo
is it
Commission.
Raiden?
All right then.
Yeah.
I'll just stay here and carry on trying to fend off the crowd.
Alright, you do that. Enjoy. Oh, yep, okay, so it was Shogun Raiden. My bad. Although I'd hope it'd still be involved. Wasn't he in the Tenryo Commission? I don't remember. Why do I even try? Why do I try? I, 'Cause I won't remember. I never fucking will. Alright. So, we're gonna go ahead and finish up this quest. We've got this to do. 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 We've got this On my way. Did I go the wrong way? Sure did. On my way. Hello? God, my collarbone is itchy. Why? Why so itchy? Like such a weird place too. Alright. Let me sit on up here. I am very far down. Okay. Let's go sneak on in here. Ow. Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
it's you.
Yes, it is. Hello.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation. We invited
Alright.
Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the Shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy.
Why is my collarbone so
Also,
itchy?
I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful. The Almighty
annoying.
Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaidahara name. Regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed?
I forget.
In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the Shogun
Bet I
directly,
didn't get, like,
responsible for upholding
offended,
and
like,
further
I forget.
developing the
Excuse
traditional
me?
blade forging arts of the Almighty Shogun. The Kaidahara clan belonged to this class.
Ah.
But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya.
Right.
Both the Kaidahara and Kamisato clans were held
Snezhnaya.
accountable for lax oversight
Snezhnaya.
and entered a period of great turmoil. We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui. Attributing all of the blame to the Kamisato and Kaidahara
Fatui,
clans
of course.
was neither proper nor just. Considering Mr. Kaidahara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also
Am I getting
receive
a headache
recompense
too,
for
or
the
you're
excessive
fucking kidding me?
punishment borne by his clan in the
I
past.
can't win.
In the interest of
I was
preventing
feeling
further
like
harassment
perfectly
of the
fine
bladesmith
before I
clans
started
by the
streaming. Now
Fatui,
it's like,
we
here you
chose
go, you're
not to
heavy.
publicly release the findings
Got
of
the
our
narco
investigations
heavies
into
and
these
you're fucking
matters.
getting a
We
headache.
trust you
Enjoy
can
everything.
understand why this was necessary.
What? I was fine.
This is a true honor.
What?
I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the Almighty Shogun and the Shogunate at large. However,
What is a
would I be
shogunate?
correct to assume
Shogunate.
that this magnanimous gesture does not
Whatever.
come without some strings attached?
I can assure
Strings
you that
attached?
nothing could be further from the truth.
No,
We seek only to
maybe.
correct a
Who
past
knows?
injustice. With the Kaidahara clan's reputation and occupation
He's like,
restored,
I don't know
the
if this is,
Kaidaharas will
like,
be bladesmiths
free.
once more, and your wanderings will finally come to an end. You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City,
Just take
the
my
Almighty
meds
Shogun's
well.
blessing and full support of the
This is
Shogunate.
going.
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I
Meds and
fear I would no
Tylenol,
longer
maybe
feel
some
at home
oranges.
behind the tall walls of a stately abode. Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaidahara, and the art of blade making for which it stood. I do have a responsibility to restore their honor.
I sense some hesitation in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating through the populace will
Damn.
disappear.
Collarbone. Why itchy?
Malicious rumors?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we heard on the
There's
way here
rumors?
was so much praise that we almost wondered whether there was another Kaidahara Kazuha in town.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaedahara really parried the Shogun's strike. Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of
Parried
Anima.
it?
As a result, also that
Can I see
Kaedahara
that?
Kazuha was using a delusion began to
I
spread.
want to see him parry her shit. I'm running out of time
That
now.
doesn't
That's not
make
good.
sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail, and Kazuha still looks fine.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion still.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom my way.
He
But
doesn't like
perhaps
being
if the shogunate is
center
willing
of
to
attention
publicly
at all.
support me, this situation will blow over more quickly.
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought. It stands to benefit all of us.
Okay.
Please allow me some time to consider. In fact, let us
I
put
like
this
his
discussion
little,
on
like,
hold
red
for the
stripe in
moment.
his hair. Just the
Well
one
then.
little red stripey.
What brings the two of you here?
Yikes! We
Oh,
nearly
you know.
forgot about the most important thing!
I count the
Why would
attack.
such a dangerous
On the outskirts.
individual be looking for me?
Oh right, I forgot. Yesterday, or not yesterday, day before, whenever. Last time I played and started this quest, a dude was like, "Do you know Kazuha? Huh? Let me attack you? You probably know nothing. I'm leaving. Bye." And it's like, "What, sir? What? Okay." Beat your ass a little bit, and you disrespect me by just not even letting me answer. Okay. You have? Could it be someone you trained with under the same master? That's
No.
what I guessed.
This puzzles
No?
me as much
Shit.
as it does you.
I don't know then.
My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing.
Maybe it is a
We
brother
undergo
then.
rigorous training to
Very
standardize
aggressive
every
brother.
motion the blade is put through, so that each can be fairly assessed for quality.
We've seen
Over
like his
time,
past
these
though in that
techniques came to
Mirage.
form
We didn't hear
something
nothing
of
about a brother.
Kaidahara sword art, focused on blade testing,
Whatever, I guess.
but with a full repertoire of combat forms. Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
All the more reason to watch your back! This guy was a serious nutcase.
Indeed. He sounds
Serious
highly
nut
aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk of
I
serious
don't know if she
injury,
said that.
or worse.
Serious.
In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
Thank you. I must say I am now very curious about this matter, and I will also need some time to consider your offer. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked her, then give you a conclusive answer upon my return.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Alrighty.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
The detective agency knows the most about what goes on in town. Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
And where are they at? Same town or no? Nope. I gotta leave the building first, I think. Before it tells me where they're at. Bleh. God, my fucking head, dude. Why? Wait 1 second. I'm just adjusting some notifications on hover.
Survival of the fittest. It's about time he
A
realized
new,
that.
I don't know, not like a new app, but it's a new app for me. And it's kind of good. I don't quite get it. You just like put clips.
Surely
guess.
I should be to a girl's.
It is kind of directly connected to Twitch. In a way. Maybe? You know, I don't know. So, I am not sure. We're just gonna go with it. Just turning the vibrate shit off. I don't like having vibrate on literally any of my notifications except for texts. And alarm. That's it. Alright. Ugh. Where am I going? over here. Okay, going over here. Look at all the fucking sakura blooms I've got everywhere marked. But sometimes you gotta farm stuff and you just decide to leave it marked. Who knows, I might need it again someday, so I'll leave them marked for now. I don't need a whole bunch of them for anything. Oop. Okay. Behind me. This way. Whoop. Hello. Oh yeah, detective agency. Yeah. I've arrived. Oh, I missed. Oh no, I didn't miss the Pikachu. Hold on.
I'd like to ask you a quick question. Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him?
Pikachu. I tried.
Kazuha, we mean.
I probably should have done the Ultra Ball,
so
but
this
oh well.
is the renowned
it's fine.
Mr. Kaedehara. I've heard a lot about you. It is an honor to finally meet you today.
I got it! Yay!
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault
Pikachu.
and would appreciate any help you can offer.
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. I can't seem to recall anything of immediate interest. Mr. Kaedehara is currently the talk of the town, so there are always a lot of people looking for him. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Kaedehara's personal information. Some of them are offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want.
Jesus.
If these were more legitimate commissions, Sango would have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions of mora? Whoa.
For what? His like phone number, social security,
You probably still should.
his password? What?
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Yeah, really? Holy shit!
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake of it. Sorry, I got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is, it doesn't surprise me that a complete stranger is looking for Mr. Kaedehara. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to
He
connect
doesn't
this
seem
with
like
an
a complete
assault.
stranger. Either that, or he's like,
Let's
I
put
must
that
defeat him
connection
to
aside for now. Have there been any other attacks
make people
or
notice me.
similar
Maybe that's
incidents
what it
recently
is.
that stand out as
In
particularly
which case,
unusual?
dude, get a life.
The Tenryo Commission had very few leads. I thought you might have some information from different sources.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets.
He's like itchy.
But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryo Commission would absolutely get involved.
Assault, really? Does assault, I mean, look, I know assault exists, but does it really exist when I literally attack everything and everyone?
I still
That
find it
is
difficult
an
to
enemy.
believe that whoever
Like,
attacked you
shouldn't
hasn't
that
been
be
causing
considered
any trouble
assault, or
elsewhere.
is it because they're enemies they're
Few
not
people
quite
possess
considered?
your prowess in battle. So
Like,
unless you were the
how,
first
how,
person
how
he
does that
targeted,
work here?
someone is certain to have been hurt by now.
Is this your way of giving praise?
I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted. It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
You really?
Don't worry, we'll find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaedehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade against the almighty Shogun.
You flatter me. Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that moment.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand your concerns. I will try my best to gather whatever leads I can for you. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. It doesn't involve an attack, though. Let me tell you about it just in case.
Sure. During times like this, the more information we have, the better.
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around the same time. One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Amenoma.
Manoma. familiar name.
Amenoma.
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma
Yuya.
Toga, the owner of
Amenoma
Amenoma
Yuya.
Smith.
Sorry.
Two grown men going missing at the same
Fucking
time.
Asian names really just get me. I have a hard enough time with the English language. Don't throw fucking
I don't know much in the way of details.
other languages at me so hard.
Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial
Amenoma
artist who is
Yuya.
skilled with the
Sound
blade.
like even the
Perhaps
voice
he is
actor
the
had a
one
trouble
we're
with
looking
that
for.
one.
Understood.
Why not
Though
just
it
say
seems
Yuya?
highly unlikely to me. I neither
Let's
know
consider this a
man, nor
favor
do I
to
have any idea
Ryuji.
why-
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what we might find out along the way.
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start by making some inquiries at the Amenoma Smithy.
Sounds good. All the best with your investigation. I'll get moving shortly myself.
Welcome to Bonton Saga Detective Agency. What will you have me solve?
Alright, what you got over here? What you got here? A sign. I read the sign. My mistake. I didn't want the sign. I didn't want the sign. Did not want sign. Wanted the person. Thank you. What you got here? You got some food? I'll take some food. Yeah, I'll take your pizzas. Mushroom pizza, special mushroom pizza. Alright. I like the mushroom pizzas. Hello, there he is.
If it
Noma.
isn't Kaede
Oh,
Harakaza,
Toga.
what brings you here today?
Huh? You two know each other?
Apparently.
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have
The
always
what?
been deep links
Raiden
between the two clans.
Go-cutting?
After I
Sorry.
returned to Inazuma,
Why do I bother?
visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects.
I see.
Yes, you may recall the story of the Raiden Gokaden from the Iridori Festival.
Gokaden.
Though all bladesmiths trace their craft back to the same source,
It only works if I hear them say
Over
it
time,
first, and even then,
each of us
not
has
always.
arrived at a different blade-making philosophy, spawning the development of different branches of the same art. As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of water as it turns stone to sand. There is nothing mystical to our work.
The stone
There is
turns
only
sand?
practice, day
Yeah,
in
that's how it works.
and day out.
Is it?
Until both body and
Maybe it
mind
is.
have memorized the craft, turning each motion of
don't
every
know.
technique into an intrinsic part of the
I
bladesmith's
have doubt.
life. As for the art of the Kaedehara clan, I believe it's called the Ishin art.
Ishin.
That's right. Ishin art strives
Oh,
for
Ishin?
complete harmony between blade and
Ishin.
mind
No, I'm gonna call it
from
Ishin.
the moment that forging begins.
Fuck you
For
guys.
only a
It's
blade
Ishin.
thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and
Alright,
feelings.
man. Come on. What are we talking
And
about right
eventually
now?
become an extension of its wielder's will.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner.
Ishin.
You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaedehara clan has fallen on hard times, its ideals and virtues are alive and well.
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, not by any noble aspirations on behalf of my clan. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is to gather some information on your missing nephew. We hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is connected to another we are pursuing.
Ah, yes. My nephew. I reported the case to the Tenryo Commission, but I haven't heard anything back so far. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. I'm still completely at a loss on what to make of it, but I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryou Commission.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. Know anything about that?
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift. I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse, and neither of them came back.
A fire?
Yes. Strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have
Eyes
caused
may have
it.
closed a second.
Unfortunately, there was very little evidence left behind, so nobody knows what really happened.
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. Otherwise, there would have been no reason for him to get my hopes up. He's never been particularly interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade testing, and can sense even the most minute differences in blade quality. He is extraordinarily talented in martial arts, particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking for, he attacked this friend of mine. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Yuya is not that kind of person. He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight before.
Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason. But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear, with neither farewell nor fair warning. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced, or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me. Anyway, should you find him, please let me know as soon as possible.
Don't worry. You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Sorry. Jesus. Fucking eyeballs. Alright, we still need to get the info from the Nagato family.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a
Like
visit
eating
to the
those
Nagato household.
couple orange slices did shit all to wake me up. Alright. Cool, cool. Alright, where am I going now? Somewhere up, right?
How can I improve my culinary skills?
Alright. Teleport back up here, and then we'll roll our way on over. Oh, we're over here. We're here. We're here. sorry. Again, god damn it. Okay. Good lord, wake up. Please wake up.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
You're talking about shit that has nothing to do with what I'm doing.
Misunderstand us. We are here to help with
But I mean, maybe that's good since I'm missing something.
We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance, if we may.
Ah, I see.
Yes.
I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again.
Debt collectors?
I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some new information come out?
Could they be involved?
Do you know where he's gone?
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can
You would have
to
led with
inform
that
our
if you had new
search.
information, lady.
With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
She already said yes.
For example,
Goober.
Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for Mora.
Yeah.
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid
Got a
collector
gambling
of
problem.
all sorts of things.
Oh, he's just
He'd
a
always get
collector.
so animated when he was
Buying
showing
random
them to
stuff.
me.
Too much random
I knew
stuff.
nothing about the items
Going
myself,
over budget.
but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What's that mean?
Happened?
He lost his sense of restraint.
Mm-hmm.
He started buying more and more things, and even resorted to
control him,
borrowing
though.
money just so he could pay for them. Our
He went too
expenses
hard
really
on the
spiraled out
degenning.
of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful.
He
There were
degened
days
a little
when he'd
too
spend
hard.
hours down at the warehouse, admiring his weapons even as debt collectors were descending upon our house.
Jesus.
He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance.
That's weird.
I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first.
That's right.
I've tried talking to him about it so many times, but he
Don't
never
spend
listens.
more than you can afford.
On the
Always
last
take
day
care
that
of
I saw
yourself
him,
first.
I gave him an ultimatum.
And your family,
I
your
said,
loved ones, whatever.
If he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Whoa.
And that led to an argument.
Actually,
He
it
gave the
didn't.
ultimate ultimatum.
Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow.
Hmm?
On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me.
Okay.
You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink. After I said those
instead he
words,
disappeared.
he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family?
I mean, I guess she felt like she had to. It's important to set boundaries, that's true.
Had I not
That's
indulged
true.
his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such
I'm
a
out of
predicament.
oranges. At least that
And
can.
I also
I'm not
don't
gonna
know
get
if he
another
had
one. I do have
actually
pickles
come
in
to
front
his
of me, though.
senses, or if he was simply
Some
angry
baby
with
pickles
me.
here I can munch
The next
on.
thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
Oh, that's not
I
good.
see. I understand.
Huh.
Amin and Yuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
At
Interesting.
first, I
Interesting
assumed they
indeed.
must have gotten into an argument over the price. But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
Do people haggle their grocery prices a lot?
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debts?
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's
Oh,
got no way to
shit.
pay off our debts.
Oh, he's in a deep depression probably
Even though
somewhere.
I'm still a little mad at him.
All his
We're a
stuff
family.
burnt, all the stuff he didn't want to
And I
get
us
rid
to
of,
face our family's crisis together.
and for free?
As long as he's
no
willing
money?
to turn over a
Oof.
new leaf, I know
Probably
we
feels
can
like a
work things
failure.
out.
Like, she's definitely gonna...
Please don't get
She's
upset.
definitely gonna divorce
There
me
could
and
be
take
more
the
to
kids
this
as I go back,
situation than
so
meets
I'm
the
just gonna
eye.
run.
If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life,
my guess.
It is quite unusual for this habit to change so drastically over a
Too
short
scared
period.
to come home at this
But
point.
the information we gathered from the other side suggests Amenoma Yuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument. This
Maybe there's a
situation is
third
getting a
person
little
in this
confusing.
situation that nobody
A little
knows about yet.
confusing. More like completely mystifying.
Let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much. I just want him to come home.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their
I
disappearance.
feel like there has to be a
The
third
fire at
person.
the warehouse
Third
likely
party.
played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you
Do we
have
know
any
for sure
thoughts?
everything in the burnt house? Or the burnt house. The warehouse burnt.
Paimon
Like
was
everything.
thinking that
There was
maybe
nothing missing.
Someone accidentally
I mean, it's
knocked
probably
over
hard to
an
tell.
oil lamp and nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
You must have had an argument during the sale. Perhaps the fire was deliberately used to hide the truth. Well, you're still missing. Crucial information's missing. I don't think we got everything.
Right. I very much agree with you. It seems highly likely that we're missing a piece of the puzzle. Working
Like a
off what
third
we know
person.
so far, there are too many things that don't add up. The chances are that there are still some clues left for us to discover. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive.
So there may
Neither
have been a
seems like
third
the type
person.
of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire. The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just
Also doesn't
what
seem
could have
connected to
happened
the
there?
case of the attacker.
Right.
Right.
Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Ishin?
Darn!
Ishin.
We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Let's keep going, since we've come this far.
Yeah, wait, he said Ishin
If
art.
we can solve
That's
the
what I
case,
said. I
both
said
Mr.
Ishin.
Amenoma and
Whatever.
Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Yeah.
Okay, but where should we go now?
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance we may be able to find some shreds of evidence.
Alright. So we're playing detective today. Got it. Alright, where's the warehouse at? Over here. Alright. There we go. First of all, let me buy some of these critter cages. Critter nets. And I'm gonna get 5 a week. There's an in-game achievement for catching a bunch of things with it, but I already did it. Mostly it was foxes. There's a bunch of foxes in this territory.
There's something ominous in the wind.
This must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you
Or
did
a
put it
smell.
to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
I knew we could count on you.
Now I'm picking up a strong scent
Yep,
in addition
see?
to the sound.
Smell.
It's right around here somewhere.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now.
Oh.
but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami.
That's one thing I didn't expect to encounter here.
Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation. We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
Or to confuse things further. Whatever. Oh.
So it's an underground warehouse.
Happy chicken! Can you do a 10 pull?
Down below.
I don't even have 10 wishes, dude.
Tatarigami energy has long since left
I've
this
got
place.
9.
But the residue it left behind still hasn't dissipated completely. Judging from the concentration,
If I can get enough from these,
I would have to conclude that the
few things,
Tatarigami
maybe.
source resided here
So
for
stick
a
around,
very
stick
long
around.
time.
I'm hoping I can get enough from the couple of stuff I gotta do.
It could well be that he was
I'm not
already
the type
under
of
the
Genshin
influence
player
of
that can like throw
Tatarigami
money at
energy
this
that
game,
time.
so I gotta grind for it.
From what I've been told,
I don't have
Tatarigami
money.
does not
I
turn
can't.
all upon whom it
Can't
preys
just
into
buy.
violent monsters.
I'm broke.
But most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with.
Just buy! I can't.
Influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became
silly.
an obsessive hoarder.
I wish I
amassing
could just
more
buy,
and more
but
possessions, even
that would
as
be
he
a
put
serious
himself in
waste of money.
grave debt.
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Not exactly in the best situation to throw money at this game. I've
open
been
the door
playing
and
for
take a
like
look
10 months
inside.
and maybe put $30 into it maximum. Maybe.
If we don't open this
And
door,
most of
we
that
can move
was
no closer to
Battle
the truth.
Pass.
You needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this.
But
relatively speaking,
let me get
the
through
risk
this
here is trivial.
talking. And we'll see about something.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
So in the end, it was just a scare.
That was too scary! Paimon was so sure that the warehouse boogeyman was about to jump out at us!
All we can
Alright,
do now
Paimon.
is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami energy source left this place. 2 ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami.
Let's hurry.
Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from.
Yeah.
Quiet your
Alright.
mind and focus on what you sense around you.
Okay. Okay, instead of whatever he wants me to do, let's go... Whoops. Let's go check out the... I don't remember where the fuck it was. This hidden strife stuff at. I know at least one of the last things unlocked. The other one doesn't unlock for another... Well, for a few minutes, so... Or I think a few minutes. We'll check. Okay. So I've got one to do. This one unlocks in an hour. Shit. Okay. If I do this, 60. Let's see if that's enough to get one more wish. Oh, I only have 15 primo gems. That is not enough. Let's see. Even if the other one unlocks, that's only 120. Crap. That would only be 135. Welp. Yeah. I'm screwed. Won't be doing a 10 pull today, bud. Sorry. Unless, you know what? Actually, I take that back. If I do the quest I'm doing, as well as like the hangout stuff, I do need to do the hangout for Haizo, so maybe I can. We're cutting it pretty close, so who knows? Oh, hello.
Very clean. Attack!
No escape!
Alright. Oh, there we go. There's 60. Okay, let's go ahead, jump into the hangout real quick. I know we're like bouncing around, but it's fine. Okay, so if I do 1, 2, 3, it's another 60. I mean, if I do just 1, I'm gonna have to do at least 3 memories. Okay. Alright, let's start it. I'm gonna at least need to do 3 of the memories. Hello? What? Oh, fuck. Never mind, we gotta fucking continue this quest first. God damn it. Okay. They are like, nope. You must wait. Well, I guess stick around then, Happy Chicken, because I gotta do this quest first, and then I gotta do the other fucking quest. And then I gotta wait for the other, like, thing to unlock. It's gonna be a bit. It's gonna be a bit. So either stick around or come back in an hour or 2. I cannot get this. I would like to get this, though. You know what? No, screw it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm tempted, but I don't need it. Ooh! Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Look at this ominous, smokiness.
Make my escape.
Where'd he go? Oh, alright.
From this point, the trail appears to split into 2.
I'll tell you what, I would love to do a 10-pole today because Kazuha is about to leave and I have not gotten him yet.
A portion remained here and seems to be dissipating slowly.
2 parts, so wouldn't that correspond to?
Quite possibly.
He leaves not today or before the reset, but tomorrow, so. He's got like 17 hours left on him or something. 15, shit, it's even less than I thought. And I guess, like, well, I won't be getting Klee either. Oh well. I've been working on trying to get Kazuha, so we're gonna keep trying to pull for him.
Something seems to be drawing
hey, bud.
attention.
Want to fight?
Let's take a closer look.
Trying to sneak up on me? How dare you? Oh, they're all dark. They're darkened.
Fourth, my plan. Kamisato art. Suiyu.
Oh.
It's...
Ooh, look at this red stuff. What is it?
By the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. It must have been written quite some time ago. Well, let's take a look.
Okay. I am Nagato. I was wounded by Yuya. I took my most precious blade. I chased him, but could not catch him. I lay down here to rest on account of my exhaustion. I thought that I might croak right here. My stomach kept on bleeding, but it seems that some strange power has sustained me. Why did he steal that blade? I was going to sell it to him. He even burned my warehouse down. God damn, dude. Yuya went nuts. Alright, I'm not gonna read the whole thing.
According to this letter, a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade belonging to Mr. Nagato.
Maybe he was, like, possessed.
And wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight.
Maybe he was looking at the blade and, like, possessed him or something.
Eventually stopping here to write this letter when his strength gave out.
Typical anime storyline. You pick up a sword, you look at it, you get possessed by a demon. You know.
Also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that the fact that its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters, and I'm afraid he may no longer be with us. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls.
Let's ask the commission to do a thorough search later.
Yes. Right now, we need to uncover some more important truths. If Ame no Mayuya is attacking other people indiscriminately, then the longer we take to find him, the more people risk meeting the same tragic end.
Right! So let's get moving!
It's not in his nature.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey to the influence of the Tatarigami. For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would be their pursuit of further power and skill. All the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected, it seems that now we know the thread that runs between them. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance, but also zeroes in on the attacker's identity.
Wait, you figured it out? So these two cases are connected after all?
Maybe.
I believe so. But it's something
Then
of
why
an
do you want to go
outlandish
to
idea.
Kaza? I don't get it.
I will only be able to confirm my suspicions once we've met him in person. On with the search. We must stay vigilant. At any point now, we may find ourselves in danger.
Bring it. Bring it on. I ain't scared. Bring it. Oh, we're going in the water, huh? Ooh, okay. Over we go. Yoink. Yoom, yoom. Whoop. I was gonna say, where's the gust supposed to take me up? There we go.
He seems to have stayed here for a long time.
Why here? Is there anything special about this place?
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different points in time.
Show yourself.
Oh. Oh, whoops. No use hiding anymore.
Haide Harakazua. It's you.
Ah, is this the attacker that attacked us?
So it is the same guy from before. What's your problem, huh?
Yeah, look at that sword. That sword definitely looks like it's possessing him or something.
Indeed,
Something's
there
bad.
should be no enmity between us. If it is Ame no Mayuya that stands before us.
Exactly, he's
But
possessed.
what if instead of facing Ame no Mayuya,
Yes.
we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
I knew it. The blade?
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light.
Yeah, doesn't look good.
Whoa! Surely you don't mean... Are you
The
serious?
blade is possessing him.
Tatarigami energy
Yeah.
often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly affect any living organisms in its vicinity. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the sale as a means to affect, or rather as a means to occupy, Ame no Mayuya's body.
That's why he got so,
You're
like,
sharper than I
in a
thought.
trance with his
You've already deduced
collectibles.
the truth of the matter.
I think she would have noticed he was staring at only
Many
the sword,
years
though.
ago, I
Whatever.
was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin
Maybe it just made
tradition.
him obsessive.
I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed
Oh, he got
all
mad.
his hopes and dreams.
The sword's mad.
As a descendant of the Kaidehara clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was more time and a little faith. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill, it culminated in his creation of me. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own. In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
So, swords can become conscious and control people?
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects an ordinary weapon. But that gave me the opportunity to take action. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer to my ancestral home. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
So Amenoma Yuya is not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission. When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
You're awful.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenoma Yuya
He's too
handed
stupid
himself
to realize,
over to me on
hey.
a silver platter. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's
There are
destination.
better ways to go about
By
this.
Amenoma Yuya's
Smarter
body,
ways.
I have found you. And by your hand, I shall defeat the Raiden Shogun.
Ah, he wants to take over Kazuha's
Haidehara
line.
Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is to come. Now, give your body over to me!
Alright, ready? What the fuck?
Submit to me!
What are they doing in the
Swift
water?
and merciful. Submit for justice.
Be still.
You have like zero chance of beating me here, bud.
Join me and sever that divine
Let
light!
it rain. That's cheap.
Submit to me!
Ow.
Forth, my...
Bye. Make my escape.
Shall rewrite history!
A touch of frost. Spirit blade. Attack!
Alright.
Do not stand in my way, or I will strike you down too!
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've lost.
Lost? I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new vessel at will.
It doesn't really fucking matter, but alright, then we will smash you into pieces.
The end result is the same! I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger! And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. My consciousness shall endure. By any means necessary, and any medium available, I shall return and fulfill my destiny!
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Really? You can tell all that just from his moves?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Aminome Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition. You believe I am your only hope.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface. In that regard, why would I ever need your help?
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner. Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Aminome Yuya and make your escape.
And what of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. Each step you have taken has come at a great cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew, and the more you wished to run from the truth. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become a delusional fantasy.
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away from achieving my goal!
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities and showed a blatant disregard for human life. Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
You...
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding. How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony between a blade and its bearer?
Silence, you blabbering fool! I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly. But you also underestimate my resolve.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called reality. It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaedahara clan. If you wish to save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet, and I will put your strength to the test.
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of my power will more than convince you. Once we have dealt with them, We shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenoma Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is a risky strategy.
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya.
I'm having
If we don't
narco
do
issues
this, he'll
tonight.
forever be the Blade's puppet. The Cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions, I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me. We have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Alright, fine.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now, take me in your hand.
Oh boy.
Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected.
Alright. If something feels off, let me know immediately.
I will. Thank you.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
Look, wake up, wake
Find
up,
some
wake up.
enemies.
Quit.
Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights. If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takatsukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
That should fit the bill.
All right. Please lead the way.
What about Amenoma Yuya? What should we do with him?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
Are we sure this is a good idea? It's a pretty treacherous journey. Okay, fine. Just be careful.
To the next part. Ho. Can't do it yet. I can start the hangout. We're going to start the hangout. Let's go. Where's it start? Up here. Oop. We got about 40 minutes for the final hidden strife thing to unlock. Hopefully by then we get a good bit of this hangout done. If not all of it. Hello.
What if the Traveler is also unavailable? What am I supposed to do?
Well, that's your problem.
I'm right here.
It was your choice to get into this mess. Oh, but fortunately for you, it appears your savior has just arrived.
Hello.
Ah, Traveler. Great, you made it.
Don't worry, I'm available.
Well, it's not like you were ever really busy to begin with.
Songo?
Excuse you?
Compared to the Traveler,
That
you're
was
the one
rude.
who has too much free time.
No, I'm very busy. I'm busy standing here. I have to stand here all day.
Even if it's a commission you're
busy.
unwilling to take, your excuse is just pathetic.
A commission you're unwilling to take?
Yes, that's why I've asked you to come over. Allow me to explain. A key member of the Tenryou Commission has recently gone missing. No one has seen them, and their whereabouts are currently unknown.
Sounds
The
familiar.
Tenryou Commission has entrusted us to find this person discreetly because it would be a hassle for them to look for this person openly for a variety of reasons.
Okay.
Their name is...
Kujo-sara. That's right.
Kujo.
The general has gone missing.
If the general was really missing, the Tenryou Commission
Everyone's
would have flipped
missing.
Inazuma on its head by now. And do you think they would only commission us for a case like that? Please ignore Songo's nonsense, Traveler. In fact, the missing person's name is Shikanoin Heizo.
It's
He
Hazel.
works as a special
Heizo.
detective at the police station. Although his
Heizo.
rank is merely a doshin, he is quite competent and held in high regard by the police station.
Do they think he's more
I was also
competent
hoping to
than
get
me?
him from the damn
We
Bush
get that
banners,
you don't want
but
to help
nope,
Songo,
no luck there.
but could you at least try not to make things more difficult here? Sorry, Traveler. Even though I accepted the commission, as you can see, Songo's less than thrilled to be involved in this case.
'Cause the pay is too low?
Nope, not even close. If you really want to know why, it's because I absolutely refuse to deal with that brat's nonsense. The only news that could make me happier than Shikanoin has gone missing would be Shikanoin has been missing for 100 years.
Alright, Jesus.
Needless to say, Songo and Heizo have a bit of a history.
See what you mean. They're competitors.
Well, it's a little more serious than that.
Did they used to date?
According to Songo, Heizo was an obstacle in her path to the Temple of Truth.
What?
Like a yappy dog that was constantly in the way.
Even though Heizo has a unique personality, he's actually a nice guy. Really, I've learned a lot from him. So I can't just ignore this case, even if Songo doesn't approve. At the very least, I could entrust the commission to someone capable and trustworthy, like you, Traveler.
I see, so you're outsourcing it to me.
Huh? No, it's not like that. Listen, I'll pay the entire amount originally promised by the Tenryou Commission, and I'll even personally throw in some additional funds.
Ooh.
I'm really hoping you can take this commission, Traveler.
I'm
If
doing
Heizo
it.
truly is in danger, I know he'll be safer with you by his side.
No problem, but I'll need more information.
Great. We've learned that Heizo had expressed interest in Watatsumi Island before he disappeared.
Watatsumi.
During the war, he apparently carried out some mission on Watatsumi Island. And once the war ended, he made frequent visits to the island. I heard you have a good standing with Sango no Miya. I think it might be a good idea to use that as a starting point for your investigation.
Understood. I'll head there immediately.
Well, that's about all I have to tell you. Oh, please take this commission letter from the police station. If you find Heizo, return there and report back to them.
Okay. Let's go. Which is a weird hangout. Is it a hangout, or is it another thing that popped up? I don't think this is this the hangout? I'm confused. I'm straight confused at this point. This is the hangout, but it just starts weird. Okay. Hello.
Oh, it's you. The captain of Swordfish 2? My name is Shibata. I'm in charge of the watch here. May I inquire as to what the captain needs?
I'm here for information about a certain or specific individual.
So his name is Shikanoin Heizo, huh? Yes, I'm familiar with the detective. He used to stroll around the area. Her Excellency had assigned me to keep a close eye on him at the time, fearing that he would do something unpleasant. But I eventually realized that he acted more like he was on a trip or something. Come to think of it, I believe he was recently spotted in the area east of the Sanganamiya Shrine. Please feel free to go there and take a look for yourself.
Alright. Alright. Got a hint. Okay. Ow. Fucking pickle. Oh, I got some baddies over here. In a cage?
Come on, you guys. I'm
Hello.
nothing but a poor tourist with empty pockets. Please, you can just let me go. My blade!
There we go. And you're dead. So that's why he was missing.
Well, look who it is.
Hello.
I was wondering who could be valiant enough to wipe the floor with these guys so easily. Turns out it was the distinguished traveler. Really, I can't thank you enough.
Have we met?
Of course I was aware of you long before you arrived in Inazuma. Though the Sakoku decree managed to keep the country locked up, it wasn't able to stop the incredible stories about you. Every day, all of those little stories would come scurrying over to my desk, like files with little feet. I was actually thinking about going to meet you once I wrapped up the business at hand. Who would have guessed that you'd show up first? I got so excited, I nearly forgot to introduce myself. The name's Shikanoin Heizo, Special Detective of the Tenryou Commission. It's a pleasure to meet you, Traveler. I wish you all the best on your journey through Teyvat, by the way.
I've been commissioned to come find you.
I guess that means I've taken over as the main character in your story today. I've always heard that you take commissions from all kinds of people, helping everyone out with everything you can imagine.
Or the lost princess.
So now it's
of my
turn
story
to take your help, huh? Don't mind if I do.
Aren't you curious about whose commission it is?
That was already obvious to me. It's no coincidence that you've arrived here. Because that would be the stuff of an epic novel. The two protagonists of the story both traveled to
definitely
the
a
island by
unique
chance
character.
and crossed paths as if by fate.
It's dramatic.
The traveler
Him and Fisher will get along real well.
The weak and defenseless detective from
Please
the
never have those
of the
two
ruthless
get together.
Nobushi.
It'd be hours of just
Traveler,
nonsense.
You are so dreamy. Unfortunately, though, I don't believe in coincidences. So, guessing you came to me on the police station's commission, didn't you?
How did you know that?
I'm a detective. Can you guess what gave it away?
Did you deduce it from what I said?
Sounds like you already have some ideas about the work of a detective. Let me ask you this. What's that your little sidekick is holding? If I'm not mistaken, it's a commission letter from the police station.
Maybe.
What? Paimon's just here to take a look. And hey, who are you calling a little sidekick? Paimon was worried she might be in danger, so Paimon came to help. Why are you two staring at Paimon? Is Paimon
I'm just taking a look.
Yeah, I'm also just taking a look.
She can look, but you can't.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. After all, this is the first time I've seen a voice. I must admit, I'm most intrigued.
Huh? Voice?
A voice.
What are you talking about?
A vision is an external magical focus, right? Well, similarly, a voice is an external voice box. I've heard that the Traveler isn't very talkative, but given how chatty you are, you must be her voice, right?
That sounds awful! Heimer's not somebody's voice! Heimer's emergency food! No,
She gave into it. She's emergency food.
Paimon so upset she can't think straight! Paimon is Paimon! How dare you give Paimon such a terrible nickname? We came here to rescue you, but you actually opened the cage yourself. You were only pretending to be captured by the Nobushi, weren't you? Pretty suspicious if you ask Paimon. Come out with it, mister. What kind of schemes are you up to?
Sheesh. For someone who says they don't want to be a voice, you sure do talk a lot.
Yes, I'd also like to know what you're doing here, Detective Heizo. Heizo.
Well, let me think for a moment. Yes, all this started a long time ago, during the war.
Oh, jeez.
Kujo Takayuki, who was head of the Tenryou Commission at the time, had secretly asked me to investigate the military capabilities of Sangonomiya. But I had already grown tired of the guy for a while, so I simply treated the trip as a paid vacation. I had heard that Watatsumi Island is really beautiful.
I'm about to skip through all this.
As for the mission, I thought I'd just come up with some random excuses or whatever when I reported back. But guess what? The first night I arrived, the dream
you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna...
Something vital is missing on this island.
Get your fucking lips away from my ear, you weirdo.
Oh.
Alright, we're just gonna select the...
Interestingly, some people...
First thing every time.
It was my intuition, so I decided to accept. Unfortunately, who knows? I felt there was something peculiar about them. Nah, don't worry about it. These guys were just... So how would you like to partner up on... Yes, of course, I understand. Well, then so since we're already here, why don't we just solve this puzzle together? Once everything is settled, I'll gladly accompany... So...
Okay, where to? Oh, never mind. Right here.
Ooh, what's the shiny thing?
Investigate.
Oh, it's a
More flowers.
Hey, isn't this crystal mirror?
That's everything. Alright, just gonna fucking zoom through this.
Yes.
These hangout quests aren't nearly like that interesting. I'm just too tired. You saw how it started. Where am I going? God, I wish my fucking eyes would just quit. Just like wake up already. Usually munching on food can sometimes help keep me awake, but apparently it's like, nope, not now. Not this time. Time for you to narcolepsy on stream. You've avoided it pretty well until now. Haha.
You can stay as long as you... Incidents of stolen goods. Not that I'm aware of. Her Excellency has recently launched several measures to boost the economy, including the development of trade routes and establishing our own caravan. Troops have also been...
That's strange.
Huh?
Yep, and it's...
Could there have really been a theft? He's responsible for the caravans and is usually in the village at night preparing the goods. If something...
Great. Thank you for all the...
Hey, Traveler! It's been a...
General...
You're dismissed.
Yes, General...
I overheard you just...
That's right! We found a lot of Watatsumi's valuable products.
I see. So you've come to ask if we know... I'm ashamed to say that... Yes, the caravans have been plundered. And not just once, I'm afraid. We had already dispatched additional forces to protect the caravans, yet the crooks still managed to get away with the goods.
And you're concerned that if this...
Oh.
Actually, I've only...
It's a pleasure to meet you, General Goro. I'm Shikano...
Yes, it's a pleasure to meet you too. I'd like to express my gratitude to you for stepping in and helping recover those goods.
Don't mention it. You never know what you'll find when you're out for a stroll. But, if the source of the problem is not addressed, I'm afraid this sort of situation will continue cropping up for you.
Yes, of course. Not only have we reassured the affected caravans, but we also dispatched personnel to investigate the culprits. The reports indicated that the stolen goods were being delivered to a merchant of the International Trade Association named Godot. It all seems pretty unusual. We suspect that there are bigger players behind Godot, and that their target is none other than Watatsumi Island's valuable resources. But unfortunately, it would be difficult for us to investigate further.
Given that Rito...
I can see you catch on quickly, Detective Hazo.
It's my guess.
The recent end of... So...
I'm willing to assist.
Great. With both Detective Hazo and the Traveler on the case, the situation is now in your...
All right. Well...
Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now. Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
Over here. Alright. Gotta keep just dozing off for a minute. Sorry.
Intuition.
Narcolepsy hitting me hard all of a sudden. I was fine before the fucking I started streaming. Now it's like determined to make me pass out on stream.
Then he put up a
Whoa.
Actually, I sense
I don't
something.
get it.
Something's...
Yes.
No, we're just trying to get through the hangout. I don't care. Well, I'm gonna have to do it at least 3 times. I'm gonna try and do all of them.
Bingo.
Get all 5 of the memories. But, oh. 2024. Okay. And there we go. 2001. Pretty dang good. We all just stood there for hours. And now we're going where? Oops. Where does it want me to go? Oh, back over here. Okay. Oh, over here. Start here. Oof, okay. Okay, get hung up on things. Let's just go. Shiny? Oh. Bird. Okay. Okay, let's go. Nope. Here.
Todoroki.
Good.
Hey, it's Todoroki! Shh! Keep quiet.
Man alive. We strayed too far.
Todoroki, the ship.
Good.
Hey, it's Todoroki! Shh! Keep quiet.
Okay.
Man alive. We
Todoroki, the shipment has arrived.
Good. Let's go.
Hey, it's Todoroki!
Shh! Keep quiet.
Oh, I gotta follow him. Okay. My bad. Oh, bullshit. Great, now they're split up in a weird way. Oh, okay, you made it.
Your intel was we captured them.
I'll take a look.
It's nothing.
That's right. Yeah.
Things are improved. Make sure that it's
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
The soldiers from Salmonomiya seized the Nobushi stolen goods?
Investigate the goods.
Why is Lily?
Investigating.
And Todoroki said he'll get instructions from Goro tomorrow.
Carrot and radish?
Interesting. It appears these seized goods were never...
This box is... Huh? What are all these plants and...
Now's our chance to look around and see if we can find any leads.
Whoa!
So, these are valuable. On top of that, how about you? Did you find it? Foreign Trade Association. All right.
Huh?
Oh no!
Huh?
Oh! So, Captain, do you...
Hey, come on now. I gotta tell you, when we heard that you were coming here, we're fine. You don't have to worry about us.
No, you're not, according to the doc.
You're one to talk. Don't forget why later I found out that he'd been
What do you mean for nothing? I got and because the arrows were poisonous, the wounds...
Look on the bright side. At least we're still alive.
Yeah, I suppose...
Oh, these goods are all seized from the hands of Nobushi and treasure hoarders. He mentioned they were abandoned.
By the way, Captain, you still haven't met Todoroki, have you? He's the one we're working for now. Her Excellency recently announced...
Yeah, he's... And his...
So, as in... What do they call that again?
It's called change...
Ah, right. I can't even imagine trying to maintain and feed an army like we did during the war.
I see.
Oh,
I see. The captain's friend. It should be okay. Unfortunately, Masashi and I have other duties tonight and won't be able to take you.
I'm pretty sure I've already got a grasp on what's going on. All I need now is to confirm it with the apprehended bandits. Let's go. Are you still a little confused? Let me help connect the dots. This whole thing was actually quite similar to a case I once worked on previously. It was a case involving the trade of prohibited items, and they employed an old trick to execute the deed.
Where'd he go?
The culprit would first go strolling down the street until they knocked over a pedestrian on purpose, using the opportunity to slip the prohibited goods into the unknowing pedestrian's pocket. Once the intended recipient got word of it, they would find an excuse to harass the same pedestrian before stealing the goods from the pocket.
Marco.
Sir, please forgive us, sir.
First, I'm gonna need to ask.
Sure.
The soldiers discovered.
Oh, the goods? Right,
You picked them.
Well,
be honest now.
Yes, sir. I mean, you see, but next thing we know, a group of soldiers arrives.
You say that the merchant.
You just assumed they were.
You really expect us to believe all this?
No, you gotta believe me. Just the other day, we scared off an entire squad of soldiers. When they noticed us, I still remember seeing. Unfortunately.
Wait a
Yep. It was like, boom, boom.
Oh. Okay. Really, it appears that the situation...
What?
Todoroki's... Now, hopefully, my final question will be answered then as well. The question of what I can feel some... Hopefully.
8 to 12, okay. What time is I supposed to get to? 8 to 12, okay. Oh, damn it. Off by a minute, a second. There we go. Okay. Following day, god damn it. Okay, not bad. One more go. No. Come on, buddy. Wake up, please.
Hello, Totoro. I believe you've been... And what if...
Ridiculous.
Off the scale, so the question is, do you want to put your goods on the scale or not?
What are you trying to say?
Huh? Who dares to cause trouble at... Captain? What are you doing?
These crooks are trying...
But, this is the captain...
It doesn't matter who they are. Remember what General Goro told you? The long-term goal of Watatsumi is to revive its trade and commerce. And since you have been assigned to work, I don't care if... Well? All right. I see how it is. If you two...
I really hope...
Wait! Everyone, stand down!
General Goro!
My apologies, Todoroki.
How could you be so naive, General Goro? If we let them go free, then who's to say the Shogunate won't come after us tomorrow?
I wouldn't allow...
The question is, Goro, we both know that Watatsumi Island is a barren land. Plant 100 radishes here and maybe only 3 would grow. You can't grow food. My eldest son died fighting on the battlefield. But do you know how my second son died? You awarded both of them. No. It was the medicine that I got that saved their lives. If we detain them today, we will set... I can trust the Traveler won't, but the detective here is a Tenryou commission officer.
It's a new commodity tax bill currently being drafted by the Kanjo Commission. The bill exempts taxes on goods that are in short supply on what... Once the bill's introduced, we'll be able to buy commodities that we need from regular marketplaces.
Oh, I see. Man alive. I wish I had known sooner. In that case, how about we put your fears at ease and I'll stick around here a little longer. You know, until the bill is introduced.
Huh?
Detective Hazel, are you saying that...
You mean you're willing to stay here? Young man?
Come on.
Oops. My bad. My bad.
Close surveillance, haven't you?
My bad.
Surely you must have noticed that aside, I believe that after the I have
Accidentally hit the
my pleasure.
Oh, you mean there's
PlayStation
something
button.
you wish?
I suppose you could say as far as I'm sure no.
Well,
I'll hold you to that.
I'm
5 stars.
today.
But it's because of you.
Ah, I had.
Wait!
What?
Okay.
Is Your Excellency in charge of anything? Make my escape.
Hey, there you are. Come here. Look. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's remarkable, to be honest. I am grateful to you for this trip. Before you arrived, I was running around like a headless. Even if I'm just sorry that I promised I'd. It's all in the past now. Yes. Everyone you led me to and everything they. Watatsumi Island. But what the inhabitants of this land do have is bravery. They were courageous enough to stand up and resist the gods and accomplish what they knew could not be done. This is yet another instance in which that certain thing shines. That missing element. That certain thing is what I sensed present in Goro, Todoroki, Tokuda, and Masashi. Which is the true vitality of this land. I guess I was mistaken when I declared that something was missing. That something from this island had evaporated into thin air. Because even something that evaporates is not gone. It's still there, just in a different state of being. When water is heated by fire, it evaporates and eventually finds its place in the sky. Similarly, when the land was harmed, its vitality evaporated and eventually found its place among the inhabitants. This is the final answer I've been searching for. Anyway, thanks again. You know, even though we just met, I wish you could be my partner all the time. Call me greedy, I guess. But, of course, I know that's impossible. You have your own journey to complete. So I'll just keep doing what I can. Hopefully keeping my memories from evaporating safe and sound in my mind. That way, I'll always be able to remember these beautiful things. The beauty of Watatsumi Island. The people who are full of life and vitality. And you two, who were by my side.
That was one ending? Alright. Cool. Alright, so where does it veer off? Okay, there's literally just one way. Okay. Why is it so slow? Why so slow? Good lord. Okay, no, I'm going to the next part.
We've been fighting here for a while now.
At least we get to skip a little bit, I suppose.
I'm starting to wonder if we should have... Also, Paimon still doesn't have a clue what's going on here. Shall we just go after you, Luke?
There you go. Save him again.
Something vital is missing.
Oh, this shit.
On this island.
Whispers in my ear. Great. Wonderful. Ugh.
Isn't that bizarre? Something vital has gone missing on this island. Has something evaporated into thin air?
Paimon, but you know...
Oh. Interestingly, I didn't have the same dream again after I left this place, so I became even more intrigued. Was this really just some random dream? Some people believe that dreams represent the divine's helping hand. However, it was my intuition, so I decided to accept this little commission from my intuition and investigate to see if I could come up with any compelling findings. Unfortunately, the investigation has had little progress up to this point. Who knows? Nah, don't worry about it. He's got... So how would you like to partner up? Yes, of course, I understand. Well,
I don't have more than one choice really.
Once everything is set...
Oh, here we go.
In that case...
All the way over here. Where am I? I am. Okay.
Oh, look who showed up. Hey, listen, if you took any longer to come back, everyone at the police station would be toast.
You say that every time I come back, Uesugi. However, something does feel a little unusual.
Come on, would I have...
What's that, lady?
Doshin Shikanoi, I see you finally returned. Please, enlighten us. What have you been doing recently?
Okay.
Don't give me that.
Actually...
We're the ones who
brought him back.
Well, shortly after...
It appears to be that the Tenryo Commission assisted...
I mean...
Yeah.
Oh? Is that so? Well, since you were testifying for him, I suppose I won't ask any more questions. But since you're here, I have an extra favor to ask. I'd like you to be Shikanoin's temporary supervisor. It'll be your duty to ensure that he handles his case properly, and that he doesn't disappear and neglect his work again. I'll be sure that the
Heizo seems to be...
You should thank the... Here.
Huh? That can't be right. Why would there be a complaint letter?
You must not be doing...
No, it really doesn't add up. You two don't get it. Although Madame Kujo-Sara just made some harsh remarks, we all know that Heizo-senpai is a real whiz when it comes to cracking cases. He's the biggest asset in our team. Several leaders have risen through the ranks as a result of his achievements. He's definitely no slacker.
Then he must have gotten himself into some kind of trouble.
Well, let me see what's the deal here. Oh, and since you agreed to be my temporary supervisor, you'll find the desk where new case files are kept right over there. Would you mind helping me check what Of course, but first I have to confirm what's going on, and whether or not the letter's legit. Please, have a look at the case.
Surely I should be due a growth spurt by now.
Welcome to Netsuke no Gen Crafts. Make things other than sculptures as well.
Make my escape.
Sorry. Narcolepsy's really trying to fucking take me. Where am I? What? Confused. Oh. Damn it. So it is inside the fucking... Made it seem like it was outside.
Make my escape.
Come on.
Who would get... What? Heizo talks...
So, have you gone through the case files? Is there anything that caught your eye? Oh, have they...
So, what?
It's an anti...
Ooh, so it's a play?
Well, see, fraud is a major issue here. You've traveled between different nations. I'm sure Mora isn't really an issue for you. You have to understand that scamming the poor of their money is essentially robbing them of their lives. Left unchecked, the situation could potentially deteriorate into something more... serious.
That makes sense. But will putting on a performance really work?
It's hard to say. Preventing crimes is more difficult than solving them, there's no doubt about that. But prevention is also a more worthwhile cause. Maybe only a small number of people who attend the event will ever actually encounter a scam artist. And even then, of the handful of attendees who encounter said scam artist, I doubt many of them will be able to see through the scammer's ruse. But if even only one person escapes the clutches of a scam artist because of my event, then I'm willing to put on this play for that person.
Alright, count us in! Today we are the anti-fraud messengers!
Great! First, we need 3 actors, 2 to play the scam artists and 1 to play the victim. I already have a couple candidates in mind for the roles of the scam artists, so come with me to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Oh, come on. Alright, now where am I going? Up here. Oh boy. Everything opened up. This is a new world quest? Oh my god. This fucking narco shit would go away already. Just leave me alone. Thank you for fine. Let's go do this last thing real quick. This last little challenge real quick. Let me rub my eyes real good. Maybe that'll help wake me up for a minute. Some light snacking didn't help. I'm just getting worse, getting steadily worse. I hate how I was fine before I started streaming and it hit me real fucking hard. Alright, last one. Give me a minute, give me a minute, give me a minute. I wanna get a butterscotch. Okay.
Cascade! I may have over... A depth beacon!
Submit for judgment! A touch of frost!
No one escapes my sight!
One with my blade!
Be still.
And my battery's dying. For my controller. Alright, that's alright. We can plug that baby in real quick. We're dead. We're already done. Where's the... There it is. Well, I say real quick, I gotta plug it in and then tie it in. So give me one moment. I've got the fucking mic thing kinda in the way. Okay, 1 and 2, get in there. Okay. Okay, we're good. Should be good. Alright. We're close to that. We need 5 more. So we just need to hang out. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go do a commission. You need to like hanging or doing the wish stuff at the end of the stream. But we'll see. If I continue to fall asleep, I'll end stream. I would like to just wake up, but I don't get much fucking say in it, really. Sorry, birdies.
Swift and merciful.
Cascade.
From whence you came.
Be still. Kamisato up. Suiyu. Be still.
Alright, there we go. 10 primos. We're good. Okay. Alright, that should be enough for 10. Great. Right. Okay, well first, I get a random purple. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, that's a blue. Alright. Alright, let's do a 10 pull on the Kazuha. See what we get. Please? Oh, fuck. We got a purple. Did I at least get Heizo? Heizo? That is not a Heizo. God damn it. I got 2 Tomas. Are you fucking kidding me? Not only did I not get a Heizo, I got 2 fucking Tomas. I don't even use Toma. Oh my god, he's C6 now. Holy shit. C6 Toma and I don't use him. That's kind of shit. That's kind of sad. I just... Alright, we got a couple more. We got a couple more thanks to the... Oh, hang on. My bad. We got 3 more. 1 more here. Okay. give me the Kazuha or Heizo. I'm okay with the purple guy. Blue. Last one. Black dude, really? Alright, well, that sucks. No Kazuha or Heizo for me. I'm having the worst luck with the banners anymore. After I got Ayato and Ayaka, it's just been like bad. The last banner I didn't get anything great. Like no good character. This banner, not getting anything. It's just been a shit show. I'm getting a headache. I've been going for like a couple hours, although it's been a really fucked up couple hours with the fucking narco shit, but that's what happens. Oh, destroy it! Oh, yes!
Cascade.
Love destroying it. I can do it so fucking quick.
Spirit Blade, attack!
That's it. Yeah.
One with my blood.
Oops.
Make my escape.
Okay. Okay. Hello there, doggo. What you running over here for? We're done. I gotta end. My controller's not even charging fast enough, so sorry, the controller's not charging fast enough. We gotta end. So thank you for coming. I don't even know if there's anyone. I don't know if I have anyone to raid with, but I'll do it anyway. Nope, there's no one to raid. Fuck it. We're done. See ya. Bye. Thank you.